Is it a hard decision? Of course it is, but fortune favours the bold.
Well, so I know what they're doing. I'm not stupid, but at the end of the day, in the brutal honest truth is that's Eddie's problem, and my problem is making sure that I do what's best for my career.
Because he wants low-level fights to get in a bit of a swing, 2-3 fights like that. For me, I can't deliver that product for DAZN because you'd laugh it out of town. If I headlined a show for Johnny Fisher against the guys he's going to be fighting, I would be ridiculed. Yeah. But where you come into the marketplace, and the offer that they made to him was 6.5 times more than I would be prepared to pay for a fight that he will be in. Because the fight that he is in is not good enough for my product, for DAZN's product.
He's not going to be his corner man. That doesn't mean we wouldn't promote him again, but he certainly wouldn't want to be a corner man.
Conor Benn couldn't hide his amusement after Johnny Fisher made the surprise decision to leave Matchroom and sign with Zuffa Boxing. The move has instantly become one of boxing's biggest talking points, with many believing it signals a shift in the balance of power. Fisher's departure has fueled debate over whether fighters are now placing greater value on fresh opportunities instead of remaining tied to long-established promotional relationships. For many fans, this isn't just another transfer. It represents a heavyweight choosing a completely different path for his future.
You're going to expect that, aren't you?
Oh, I mean, listen, I'm not on social media. I've not been on social media for a week. I think my days on social media I'm just not interested anymore in social media. But yeah, I've not been on there for a week.
Eddie Hearn won't enjoy seeing this happen. Johnny Fisher walking away has become another major setback, and many believe it highlights deeper problems than simply losing one fighter. Critics argue Fisher spent years waiting for opportunities that never fully materialized. Instead of being pushed toward bigger challenges, they feel he was carefully matched while his full potential remained hidden. Rather than accepting the same situation, Fisher decided to take complete control of his career. To many supporters, signing with Zuffa Boxing feels less like a gamble and more like the freedom to chase the opportunities he believes he deserves.
And Eddie's saying what he's got to say, but the level of opponent that I wanted to fight, well, Eddie was trying to get me on the AJ undercard, and he was saying, look, I can get close to the same money if we fight this guy. And it was like guys who had 20 wins, 1 loss, or 15 wins, 2 losses, them sort of guys. They're just not names, you know. It wasn't a Dillian White or someone of that name who people recognise. But if anything, they're probably, you don't know how difficult they're going to be. Look at my last guy, 7-0 guy. He gave me severe trouble. So when we say low level, these aren't guys that I'm going to be guaranteed to get out of there. They're still going to pose me problems because I'm of a certain level as well.
Listen to Eddie Hearn responding to the criticism instead of accepting responsibility. By suggesting Johnny Fisher has made the wrong decision, Hearn has only intensified the debate surrounding the split. Fans backing Fisher see things very differently. They believe the heavyweight hasn't lost direction at all. Instead, he recognized the right moment to embrace a new chapter with a promotion that appears fully committed to his future. From their perspective, this decision is built on confidence, ambition, and the belief that greater opportunities now lie ahead.
A little bit, sometimes you get a little bit carried away and deluded with life when the money hits and you lose some direction and you lose some principle and that you lose a reality on actually life. And I feel like that's what's happened.
The change in Johnny Fisher's attitude is already attracting attention. He looks energized, determined, and fully focused on proving what he's capable of. Many supporters believe this renewed confidence comes from finally feeling trusted and appreciated. They argue Zuffa Boxing has already offered him something they felt was missing for years: genuine belief, meaningful opportunities, and a stage worthy of both his talent and growing popularity. There's increasing confidence that this new environment could unlock another level in his career.
It's an amazing deal, but if I'm being honest, Ariel, it's fantastic, it's beautiful. Listen, we all need money, we all need to earn a living, but I was asked this question today and I was saying, you must feel amazing, you must feel great. Well, yeah, it feels amazing, but I know there's work ahead of me to do. So I've got to go and earn that now. I've got to go and show Zuffa what the best version of the Romford ball is, which is explosive, which does bring a massive crowd. And
Even those closest to Johnny Fisher seem excited about what's ahead. Their reaction reflects optimism and belief that this move opens the door to a brighter future. At the same time, questions continue to grow over whether Matchroom truly helped him reach his full potential.
Very exciting.
Well, if he's saying he's doing it for his family, it's about time he bought bloody dinner, Johnny, isn't it? Yeah, family means a lot to Johnny, friends as well, and it's a great opportunity for him. Revitalised, working with Sky Sports, working with Zuffa. It's like, you know, the world's his oyster.
Johnny Nelson believes Eddie Hearn has always approached boxing with a hard business mindset. But many critics argue that style eventually pushed trusted fighters away instead of bringing them closer.
We're going to be given the opportunity to get that close to Eddie. With Eddie, now it's just business. He's a great cutthroat businessman. He's the right man to have on your side when he's on your side. When he's not on your side, he's the wrong man to be on his wrath, because Eddie's smart, he's sharp, he's calculated, he knows what he's doing. This is business. It's not about the money. This is business. And he's sharp at it, he's hard at it. So now this has happened, Eddie's hurt.
Duke McKenzie believes Eddie Hearn now faces some difficult questions. Watching Johnny Fisher choose a different direction isn't something that happened by chance. Many supporters feel the heavyweight reached a point where he had to make a decision for the sake of his future. The promoter who once guided every step of his career is now watching from the sidelines as Fisher embraces a completely different opportunity with Zuffa Boxing.
Promoter, so you put your personal feelings to one side, if they was going to work together again, and you put your business cap on, and you do business. You know, the whole thing, the whole episode doesn't sit well with anyone. But Eddie Hearn would have to do a lot of soul searching, because he looks, every time I hear Eddie Hearn talk about this situation, he sounds really hurt. I mean, personally.
Carl Froch admits Eddie Hearn appears deeply disappointed, but many argue this outcome didn't come out of nowhere. Years of asking fighters to remain loyal while making hard business decisions have led to moments like this. Johnny Fisher ultimately chose to invest in himself and pursue a fresh challenge. Instead of remaining where he felt limited, he decided to back his own ambitions and move toward what he believes is a brighter future.
My loyalty can't be touched. Look, it's not about money, it's about loyalty. And now all of a sudden he's left Eddie Hearn. And Eddie looks devastated. I've listened to a couple of interviews what he's done, and he seems genuinely upset and devastated, which is a shame on him, a shame for him, because he's heavily invested emotionally.
Tony Bellew points to another telling detail. The sudden silence between Eddie Hearn and Johnny Fisher says plenty about how much the relationship has changed. For years they were in constant contact, yet now that connection has faded almost overnight. Many believe the damage had been building for a long time, and by the time Fisher made his decision, the trust between both sides had already weakened beyond repair.
He hasn't picked the phone up because he hasn't got the stomach to. He hasn't got it in him to. He knows there's no words that can make this right. It's just one of them things. It's boxing, Goose. It's boxing. And he knows that that's why he has not picked up the phone. This is a man he's spent every other day or for months.
Oscar de la Hoya is surprised by how quickly everything unfolded. Reports of major financial opportunities have only strengthened the belief that Johnny Fisher's market value was far greater than many previously realized. Supporters argue Zuffa Boxing immediately recognized his commercial appeal, while Matchroom never fully capitalized on the popularity he had already built.
Eddie Hearn must be pissed off. Eddie Hearn must be pissed off. My God, how can they do that to Eddie Hearn? It is not right. I heard it's a one-fight deal.
For 8 figures.
And what I don't understand is, who is...
Dominic Ingle reminds everyone that boxing has always been about making the smartest decisions possible, both inside and outside the ring. Choosing long-term security and better opportunities isn't betrayal. It's simply protecting your future. Many believe Johnny Fisher applied that same mindset to his career by accepting an offer he felt would benefit both himself and his family. Ironically, the same business principles promoters often use are now being used by a fighter making his own career choices.
People say, well, it's loyalty and he's done this and he's done the dirty. You know, you got to remember the boxer's mentality. When they get in the ring, they're not concerned about the opponent. It's me or you, mate. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's me or you, and that's the boxer's mentality. So in any business deal, when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, it's me or you, and he's pulled out the me or you clause, hasn't he? And fair play to him. That's what he's got to do. He's got to look after him, his missus, his kids. He's been through.
Jamie Moore admits the move surprised many people, but he also believes circumstances change. As careers develop, fighters naturally begin looking for the opportunities that best fit their ambitions. For Johnny Fisher, that opportunity appeared to arrive through Zuffa Boxing, offering a fresh direction after years under the same promotional banner.
Nothing shocks me. No, why not? What? Listen, there are a lot of things have been said over the years about loyalty in boxing, and you know, like I say, I think morals a lot of the time depend on people's individual situations.
Bruce Carrington describes the situation as business, but many observers believe it represents something even bigger. Zuffa Boxing continues adding recognizable names, while Eddie Hearn faces growing questions about keeping key fighters satisfied. Fisher's departure has become another example of how quickly the landscape can change.
Last reading that?
Yeah, that was very surprising, you know. But hey, listen, business is business, and I guess they're doing certain things that really interest them. And Zuffa, they're really coming into the game real hot. They've been putting on some decent cards and stuff like that. So I can't say it's a surprise. Like, they're bringing in some decent fighters on their roster.
Audley Harrison understands why some people question the signing, but he believes Johnny Fisher brings far more value than many realize. His fan following, personality, and ability to attract attention make him an important addition. Supporters argue those qualities were never fully maximized before, but Zuffa Boxing clearly believes they can build something much bigger around him.
What I don't want to be Usyk is age. Like, I don't think any of the heavyweights can hang with Usyk apart from when age starts to get or catch up with Usyk, if that makes any sense. And I think we saw it to an extent in the Rico fight. Although Rico's no spring chicken himself, age is a thing. It's a factor. No matter how much you live your life, age will catch up with you. And I just think that Usyk looked like he'd slowed down a little bit. That could be the fact he weighed a few more pounds. Everyone's spoken about the fact he looked a bit heavier. It could be that. Could be the fact he took Rico lightly, which I don't believe. I just think it's age. And I don't know. I mean, look, it's difficult to retire when, I guess, the numbers been chucked in front of you are big numbers. Like, you always make more money towards the end of your career than you do obviously in the middle and the beginning.
The biggest message from Johnny Fisher's decision is impossible to ignore. He chose a new path because he believed it offered greater opportunity, stronger belief, and a brighter future. Whether people agree with the move or not, it has become one of boxing's biggest stories. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments below. More major boxing stories are on the way, so stay tuned for the next update.